Greetings, Earthlings. Welcome back to my channel. Hey, today we have left Florida and are now in the great state of Sweet Home, Alabama. And currently we're in a restaurant called Tacky Jack's. It's on the, excuse my baby while she sings the song. We're at a restaurant called Tacky Jack's, and it's on the Gulf Shores, and they boast the best view on the bayou. Thinking it's pretty accurate. So it seemed like a cool little spot down here. Only thing missing is Jimmy Buffett, but he won't be joining us, y'all know. Alright, so we'll get back with you periodically. I can't wait to show you the campground we're staying at in Alabama. You folks that think Thousand Trails Campground is small, wait till I show you this bad boy. Stay tuned. All right, y'all. Having returned from our adventure to Tacky Jack, which was an amazing experience, really cool restaurant. So if you're in the Alabama Gulf Shores area, give it a shot. I want to show y'all the outstanding accommodations that we have managed to find on this trip. Now, I know that I've heard a lot of people on different YouTube channels complaining about the size of Thousand Trails campsites, and I don't know, I've never really, I've had a couple of them that have been, really tiny, but let me tell you, this place that I'm at now is Wilderness RV Resort, and it's in, Jesus, I don't know where it's at. It's Robertsdale or something like that, Alabama, but getting in here is an adventure. Little narrow road winding through pine trees, so that in itself is bad enough. Then when I got here and was reading over the rules say no dog pens at all, no golf carts, which we don't have a golf cart, so that really doesn't affect us, but just struck me as odd that you would have a campground that doesn't allow golf carts. What's some of the other ones? Let's see. You can't put your dogs out on a leash. Tether them on the outside. Your rugs can only be, I think it's like 2 foot by 3 foot. So the big patio rugs that everybody uses, you can't use those. They say it kills the grass. Now I don't know what grass they're trying to protect, because there's only this little spot. All right, you see behind me, between the RV next to me and my RV. Hopefully you can see that. There's probably maybe 4.5 feet between the awning, and pay attention to where the sewer is located, right beside my picnic table. So now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, well, that's probably just the one side. So let me take you over and show you the other side. So this is the back side. You notice where my sewer is located. Technically, my power post and water post is toward my side a little bit farther than my sewer is. My sewer is actually on the lot next door, I guess. But I see that my neighbor has a rug that is non-compliant, and also has a stake in the yard to stake his dogs out on. So, but that's him, not me. So, I want you to look at the grass that's out here across the way from us. This is our view, by the way. Lovely, huh? So here we come all the way to the Gulf Shore so we could look at some overgrown bushes. But yeah, I couldn't believe that that I have two complete think they're 12 panel or 20. I think maybe 24 panels a piece. So I've got 48 panels of dog pen that I can't put up. And when I went to the office to ask about it, and I asked him if he had a dog park or a dog run or a kennel area, any of that stuff, he told me I was welcome to walk my dog throughout the park on a leash. So, oh damn, looks like my repair on my headlights did not stay together. So I'm gonna have to do a little something else on that while I'm here. So, never a dull moment. So, at any rate, I just wanted to bring y'all up on that. So, I do want to point out that I have this philosophy: always make the best of a bad situation. So, I want to show you what we've already determined to be the best of this bad situation. You notice that no matter what time of the day it is, my sitting area over here is going to likely be in the shade. I'm either going to be getting the shade from my awning or the shade from my neighbor's camper next door. So that's the bright side. That's the silver lining to the cloud that we have discovered here. So at any rate, I'll try to add a little bit more to this as we go. We just got here today, so we haven't had a whole lot of opportunity, and the fellow that manages the park told me that the owner would be here tomorrow, so I could talk to him about putting up the dog pen. Because I'm going to tell you, having 3 small dogs and trying to walk them on the leash all at the same time is ridiculous. They're all going in different directions at the same time, wrapping around you. Today I had one went in the woods and came back out and brought a vine of thorns with him that he immediately wrapped around my leg, and that was not pleasant at all. So at any rate, y'all stick with me. We're going to add a little bit to this as we go, as we find more interesting stuff, and we'll put it on this and see if we can get it on this week's video. So y'all stick with us, and hey, if you like this kind of content, like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, and stick with us week after week. We'll bring you new content every week and do the best we can at keeping it interesting. Talk to you soon. Stay with us. All right, welcome back. And, today we took a little adventure. My wife had never been to Buc-ee's, and so we made a little run over to Buc-ee's. The one that's here is about, I don't know, 2/3, maybe 2/3 the size of the one that I went to in Texas. Of course, everything's big in Texas, they tell me. So, this one was no slouch. It was a pretty good size. It's way huge for a gas station, and have a little bit of everything in there. But so she was impressed when we walked through the door, and when she started looking at price tags and being frugal-minded as she is, she was no longer impressed. So she was like, "Let's get the hell out of here. Let's go to Walmart." So I never know whether this camera's working or not. Like, the picture disappears, and usually every time I turn it on, about 4 or 5 seconds after turning it on, it goes off again, and or stops recording. It doesn't go off; it just stops recording. So it gives me a little message, and I have to go start the recording again. But this time it seemed to have went along okay. So anyway, bring you up to date on the campground facility, Wilderness RV Resort. Hard time remembering this town that it's in, but it's here in Alabama. We used RV Trip Wizard in order to find it, and one of the things that appealed to us was that they honored the Passport America affiliation, and that is a fact. They do honor that, and he doesn't care whether it's weekends or weekdays. He honors it all through the week. So that's a big plus. Another big plus is they've got a really pretty little swimming pool area up there. I think more than adequate for the size of the campground. The campground is not very big. I think it might have maybe somewhere around 60 campsites on it, and if they were spaced correctly, it would only have 40. So, but They are, my God, they are wall to wall. Difficulty getting in was significant. I mean, it's a little narrow road now. Granted, my rig is 45 foot long, and we were pulling a toad until we got to the office part, which up until that point, the roads are fine. But once we got to the office to check in, and if you check in on Sunday, 1:30, he's a Christian and goes to church regularly on Sunday, and he will tell you on the phone that if you get here early, he will not be able to check in, because he will not be back to the office until 1:30. In our case, his wife was sick this week, and so he didn't make it to church, and he was at the office a little bit early to let us in. I think we probably checked in around 12:30, 1 o'clock. Excuse me. That's the part about being so close. When your neighbor starts a truck, it's overpowering. But the negatives, the trash. If you have to take from where we're at one end of the park, and the trash can is all the way back. Now we're probably at the deepest part of the park, and the trash can is all the way up beside the front gate. So that's a little bit inconvenient. They do have a lake here that they allow fishing with no license required. So I had to go buy my wife a fishing pole, because somehow out of the 25 or 30 very nice rod and reels that I had at the house when I sold it, none of them made it into the RV. So, I'm more apt to sit in the shade at this point in my life and smoke a cigar and have a beer than I am to go down there and sit on the bank and go fishing. But I will go down there with her and see if we can't coax a catfish or two into getting on the line. We'll probably plan on doing that a little bit more toward the evening when it cools off a little bit. It's not too bad here today. It's probably, 77, 78, something like that. So it's not bad. The sun is Alabama intense. So, that is what it is. But at any rate, I was saying that I found this RV through RV Trip Wizard. And RV Trip Wizard will send me an email after the date that we're supposed to leave a campground. They usually send me an email within a couple of days asking me to review the campground. And I had the pleasure, the last one, actually they did not send me one for the fairground that we stayed in Sarasota, I think it was. Tallahassee, there you go. It was in Tallahassee. But that wasn't a real bad experience. Anything on their part, the wind got up a little bit, and we were experiencing a tornado watch. Yeah, so there was a tornado watch, and the winds did get up, and I rolled the awnings in and made sure that everything was battened down, and the Jeep was hooked to the back of the RV just to give it a little bit of extra weight. But I don't know if that would have made any difference or not. Might have been out of RV and the Jeep. But at any rate, that one was pretty good. Other than getting in, I missed the part on their email that they sent me to use the tram road, which goes down one side of it, is where the tram comes in and out of the fairground. And I made the mistake of turning into the main entrance, and the code doesn't work at the main entrance gate. So then I had to disconnect the Jeep from the back of the thing, stop traffic so Tess could back out. And then I had to sit there and watch and wait till I thought it was clear, and then I backed out slowly and blocked the traffic on both directions in order to get turned around and go down the right road and get into the right place. But other than that, it was pretty much uneventful. So at this particular park, I'm supposed to go by the office today and talk to the owner of the park, because the manager said that the rules were pretty much steadfast and there's nothing he could do about it, and he didn't think the owner was going to be willing to make any exceptions. But as I mentioned yesterday, this is the only campground I've ever been to that does not allow dog pens, not even to be set up. You can't. It's not a matter of you have to be out there with them when they're out there. They just don't want the pens set up at all. And they don't allow golf carts, and they have a rug size limit. because they say the rugs kill the grass. I don't know what grass they're concerned about, because there's a little space here between mine and the camper next door, but there's not even a median strip width between the campsites. So yeah, it's one of them deals where I don't know what they're trying to protect. but at any rate, and there's a lot of overgrown areas, and then there's one area at the beginning when you come in. They've got about, I don't know, 150 trash bags full of something piled up there when you come in. So I think the grass is probably the least of their worries. But at any rate, like I said, the swimming pool area looks very nice. They got a nice clubhouse up there. The fellow that manages the place, Jerry, he's a real nice fellow, personable. We'll stop and carry on a conversation with you, and seems like a very nice gentleman. So I guess I forgot what the owner's name was, John, I think, but we'll go up there, and I guess they're having some kind of St. Patrick's Day event where the owner's wife goes and buys these huge potatoes. Jerry tells me if the potato don't weigh at least a pound, she won't buy it. So that's going to be kind of fun. They're going to bake a bunch of potatoes for everybody up there, and you just have to bring your own fixings, and so that ought to be interesting. Excuse me. There's always two. I don't know why, but for me, I don't know. Maybe I got away without that one. I don't know. We'll see. But I don't know. I thought very seriously about just shopping around for a different campsite, because there are several campgrounds within 5 miles of this one right here. So, and realistically, we wouldn't even need to be within that 5 miles, because anywhere between here and our next stop would be fine. But you know, I hate to go through all the trouble of picking up all this stuff and putting it back away and moving, and then no guarantee the next place will be any better. But I mean, this would, don't get me wrong, if we're able to put the dog pen up, this one will be, although not one of the better parts that we've been to, it'll be acceptable. But without having to put the dogs up, trying to take 3 dogs on a leash at the same time, it's like I don't know what you call it. It's a macrame that they make them hanging planters out of. That's what goes on when you try to walk 3 dogs on a leash all at the same time, and you're only one person. That's what you get back with is a macrame rope with 3 dogs at the end of it, all bunched together. So not pleasant. And in a good scenario, you can get by without, like they did to me on the first day, and wrapped up in a bunch of thorns and drug those out and wrapped them around my legs, and it was ugly. So, but anyway, I try to keep you abreast of what's going on here and add a little bit as we go, but don't want to ramble on too long with it. This particular instance, besides I got a nice cold beer sitting here getting uncold, so we'll stop it right here. And remember, hit that like and subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and stick with us on future journeys. So we'll see you when we next have something to report. All right, welcome back. Oh Lord, lady, right in the tree, first cast, because you're so anxious. Yeah, no shit. Why wouldn't you give me a second? Yeah, now you do. Nothing is set up on this pole yet. It's not gonna. You could cast it out, then the fish could take it right away, because the drag isn't even set. It's brand new. It's never been in the water before, and now it ain't. It's still. All right, we'll probably end up breaking this. Here, you hold that. I'll see if I can get it out of there. On the bright side, you only missed the water by, 30 feet? There it comes. All right.
Yay!
Even kept the bait.
Okay.
All right, hold on now. See that the drag has not been set yet. So you don't want to give the fish so much that he's going to take it away. Okay. All right, now this thing is not very deep. Where you want it at?
It's right there.
Over in the shady section?
Yeah. All right.
The other uses out there and cast on it. Okay, there you go.
Come on, fish. Come on, catfish. Come on, come on,
All right,
come on.
let it sit for a minute. My goodness, you're already reeling it. My baby has been wanting to go fishing for so long now.
Catfish, come on.
And her husband, being a knucklehead that he is, neglected to make sure that we kept a couple of fishing poles out of all the fishing poles. Look at there. Something already playing around. Something think the bobber is the food. I neglected to keep any fishing poles, so she hasn't been able to go fishing to this point. So this is her first adventure. I went to.
No license.
There you go, baby. Hold on. Wait for him to take it.
It's a catfish.
I don't know if it's a catfish or not. It might just be another kind of fish. I don't know. If it's a catfish, it'll take off all of a sudden. It don't seem to be a catfish. It seems to be some other little fish messing with it. Well, baby, you can't take it away from him. You got to let it sit until he takes it, until he pulls it under. Or if he keeps fiddling with it like that, you might want to take it away from him before he eats the whole thing. Go ahead and give it a pull and see if you catch him. Yo, not a. That's pathetic. Who taught you how to fish?
Daddy babe, just leave me alone, please. I know how to catch.
Yo, but you don't know how to take it off the hook. You don't know how to cast.
That's your job.
But I'm trying to have another job and tell you how to catch the fish.
I will catch the fish.
I'm not going to have to take it off the hook if you don't ever catch it.
Oh, Daddy babe, you know what? You forgot the bucket.
Oh, well, it looks like you're not going to have to worry about a bucket, because a bucket is what you're going to put a fish in, and it looks like you ain't going to catch any fish.
I think that only the baby want to play with it.
Maybe. That's why I told you, when you set the hook on a fish, baby, you can't just reel it like he's just waiting for you to bring him in. All right, you hit the water. That's a good sign. Now, when that thing goes under the water, you got to pull back on the rod in order to sit the hook into his face. Otherwise, you're just going to pull it out of his mouth.
Okay. You said that's a big one right there, right?
Yeah, there's a bigger lake over there, but this is the one you said you wanted to fish in, so.
Yeah, I saw the fish in here.
Yeah.
When me and Keisha's walking.
Well, you won't leave it sit long enough for a fish to find it.
Because I don't want that to caught in a branch. Look. The branch is there.
Okay, so let me tell y'all about our newest adventure while my wife is fishing. So, at the fairground that we stopped at in
Oh, that's a dragonfly.
Pasadena. No, not Pasadena.
Oh, ducks!
You sure? I heard ducks don't fly.
Don't fly.
Tallahassee, in the fairground that we stayed at in Tallahassee. When we got ready to leave, we only stayed there one night, and just for simplicity's sake, I went ahead and used my 15-foot. There you go, baby. You got a bite. My 15-foot water hose. But you got the rod tip so far back here that you're not going to be able to apply any pressure on him. So that's all right. I'll let you figure it out. So I used the 15-foot, $94 heated water hose just because it was convenient,
I don't want in here because
short,
of the branch.
and easy to get to. So, but when I came out to put everything away, the water hose was just pouring water. So in checking it, it wasn't coming from the fitting, it was coming from the actual hose. So the hose had ruptured. So I just bought this hose before we left Virginia in January. And it's a Camco water hose. So Camco is supposedly a good brand, but which I'm not going to condemn Camco at this point. But what I am going to do is tell you, become one of the many people that warn you not to shop at Camping World because they're full of crap. I bought the hose and paid $94 for a 15-foot water hose that's heated, and in January, and it ruptured less than 60 days ahead. And when I took it back to the Camping World here in Robertsdale, Alabama, they told me that because it was an electrical part, that it was only covered under a 30-day warranty. And I explained to him the electrical part is still working. The damn hose is broken. It's letting water come out. And he said, I know, I understand, but it's still an electrical part. So at any rate, it's just more, every time I go to Camping World, I'm disappointed. I don't know why anybody would ever risk buying a camper from them, because they won't even warranty a $94 water hose. So if you buy a $200,000 camper, you might as well just bend over the barrel and let them have it, because it's you're going to get screwed eventually. It's just a matter of whether it's right off the bat or whether they're going to do it over a period of time. So take my advice. You know, you save a bunch of money ordering stuff like that from Amazon, and instead of Camper World, and you probably get a better quality product from Amazon too. But at any rate, I don't want to turn my channel into one of those Amazing Liz channels. I mean, I love Amazing Liz and she does a great job, but you know, I don't want to be just complaining all the time. Sometimes I'd like to point out the good things, like I did on the last video at TTO. That was an amazing spot. This is a colossal dump. This pond is probably the best thing they got going for it. Swimming pool's closed, so that you know, it's early in the season, so that doesn't open up. And I don't know if you can see the, I mean, it's pretty much just a damn trailer park, but it's well, babe, you the one gonna fish, right? Isn't that what you told me? I'm just here to take the fish off the hook. Jeez. All right. As you can see, I got my hands full with a fishing wife, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut this thing off, and I put it back on here. She manages to bring a fish in. Ooh, it's alive. All right. Y'all ain't gonna believe this, but my wife, look what my wife did. Look what my wife did.
It's not a catfish.
She's scared as hell of it, but but it's a nice bass.
Ay, it's pregnant.
It's not. I don't know.
Daddy babe, go get the bucket. I'll wait for you.
Look at that. Now, on a damn piece of hot dog and a hook, after I got it out of the tree. So, stranger things have happened. I just don't remember when. But good job, baby. Had to find me a shady spot so I can sit here and keep an eye on my wife while she fishes, in case a dragonfly flies by and she panics and runs away, because that's what she'll do. This thing almost every time stops the recording right after I start it. Well, it looks like another beautiful day down here. I think the high today is supposed to be about 75. Wife wants to sing karaoke this evening, so the temperature is supposed to dip down into the 50s once the sun goes down. Actually, start dipping down in the 50s before the sun goes down. So I don't know how much karaoke we'll be doing, but being the good husband that you know I have to be, what the princess wants, the princess gets. So karaoke it is. She's already trying to figure out a way to put the pole down. So you might get a bird's eye view of a fish pulling a brand new fishing pole into the water. I don't know if you can see that little fish right there. That's another little small bass, I believe. Just sitting there in the sunshine this time of year. I don't know, he might be, I don't know if he's old enough to be spawning or not, but I suspect that's what they're looking for over here. There goes another one swimming by. The pond is full of brim. And apparently it had at least one nice bass in it. I mean, considering the size of the pond, it's a pretty nice bass. Baby, your bobber's underwater. Your bobber's underwater. You ain't got time for that shit. Your bobber's underwater. Pull it. Pull it and reel. I know. Pull it in. Keep reeling. Keep reeling. The heavy is better. It might be that cat. What is it? What is it? It's what? Well, take the bait away from it.
You don't get it.
Huh?
It's a big turtle.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's scary.
I tell you what, your fishing career might be short-lived if you're afraid of dragonflies and turtles.
That's very funny.
Huh?
Scary.
This is my life. It's very entertaining. Huh?
Dragonfly.
Oh, dragonfly. Gotcha. Well, you're getting better at casting, I'll give you that. But you gonna sit it that you gonna sit the rod down again, huh? Yeah, well, that's the important thing when you're fishing. That stupid turtle just trying to get something to eat. Yeah, there you go again. Oh my God, baby, are you watching the bobber at all?
Yeah.
Really?
I'm watching.
I know. I watched it go down 6 or 8 times before I ever said anything. There ain't nothing on it right now, baby. And again, the pole gets set down. Oh my goodness. That's all right. We probably ain't gonna be fishing long because the fishing pole gonna go in the water. Now, see, my plan was to bring her down here and get the rod and reel all set up for her, and and get her bait cut up for her and just get her down here and get her established. And then I was going to go back to the camper and start setting up the karaoke stuff. Another important part of being at the camper, that's where my damn beer is at. So, here I sit, 100, I don't know, 200 feet, 250 feet from my beer cooler and my shady spot that was to be my adventure for the day. I still have a shady spot here. That's a good thing. But I keep looking around. I see no beer cooler. I see no chair. But I do have comedy. So I guess that in itself is worth coming down here and sitting.
The turtle keeps eating it.
Well, that's what they do. They're hungry. Here we go, back into the tree. Good job. Ha ha!
Catfish this time, Daddy Bet.
Okay.
Do you think there's a catfish there?
I don't know. There might be. Probably is.
Daddy Bet, there's a snake, oh.
Where?
Right there, oh.
Oh,
In the water.
In the water?
Yeah, right there.
Yep, I see him.
You see it?
Yeah, I see it.
You gonna go here?
I don't know.
I see it.
I see it.
The water snake?
Probably.
I don't want to touch the snake.
No, you don't want to catch the snake.
It's gone.
No, he's
Go
still.
underwater.
No, he's not. He's still sitting there on top of the water. He's just not moving.
Oh, the turtle is coming. Leave my bait alone, turtle. Leave my bait alone. Oh my turtle.
Ha ha! She's having a good time fishing. I'm keeping an eye on that snake because I don't know what kind of snake it is from this distance, but I do know at 63 years old, I don't get up and move away like I used to. And he's on the move again. So I'm going to include some photos and some cell phone images and stuff like that on this video. Maybe some cell phone video. Because a couple of times we've been out somewhere and I'm like, oh, that would be good. I wish I had brought my camera. So I have to take some cell phone video to get it on there. For instance, you'll see in this video, somewhere along the lines in this video, it might have already been prior to this section. I don't know where I'm gonna put it at in editing, but
So much smaller.
we passed a RV, a little RV spot on the side of the road. I guess that's probably better than this one. This is one of them kind of campgrounds that make you wish you had stayed at a Walmart parking lot. Because baby, I'm not gonna come all the way over there to get you off of a weed that you can look down and see.
That plant got thorns.
Yeah. So you'll see. I took a picture of the sign in front of the RV place. I think I'm gonna caption it with tell us you have a 4th grade education without using those exact words. You'll see what I mean if I haven't already put it here, and you'll know what I mean if I have. Still gonna have to weed through hours of my wife pulling her bait away from turtles. See another turtle heading for the bobber now. It didn't take them long to figure out that what's going on here. They know. They see that bobber splash in the water. They know right below it is a big old piece of hot dog or sausage or something. I forget what she's using. Some kind of sausage, I think. So my official job on this fishing excursion, I'm a fishing gopher. I go for the bucket. I take the fish back to the RV. And in the event that she catches one, I have to take it off the hook and put it in the bucket. She has no problem cleaning it once it's dead, but she don't want no parts of it while it's still flopping around. Tell you what though, whatever that sausage is that she's using is pretty tough. The brim are constantly trying to pick it off the hook. The turtles are trying to get it. The bass grabbed it. And it's still, that first piece is hanging on. I might be sitting in a dangerous location. Baby, what are you doing? There was something messing with it and you're pulling it away from him.
It's a turtle.
Oh, really? You know that, huh? Pull it. Pull it. Oh.
Nothing.
Well, I know. You don't catch them automatically just because they pull the bait down there, but you certainly got to be ready when they do. Baby, if you see it moving across the top of the water like that, something's got it and it's taking it away.
No, it's not.
Okay.
If the ball go under. It's just like that. It's just a small one. They're playing with it.
You know, I don't know why you listen to me at all, because apparently all I do is feed you incorrect information. You already know the right answer.
See? Ha ha!
Why did you throw it in that spot if you didn't like that spot?
Because I tease them.
You tease them, okay.
Ha ha!
She's so damn cute.
This is fun, not that them.
Yo, yeah, it's a thrill a minute. All right, y'all. Hopefully you enjoyed this video and there was something there that amused you as much as a lot of it amused me. So, remember, if you did like it, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. And hit that notification bell so you can be notified of future videos. And it's always our pleasure to try to put something out there that you might like, and hopefully you get a little pleasure from spending 20 or 30 minutes each week with us. So even when you're staying at a campground like this, remember, take only photos and leave only footprints. We'll see you next time. Travel safe.